Alright, so we've made it to lesson 24 of our Japanese sound lessons, and we're going to have even more words in this lesson. This will be our last lesson with only words for a while, because this is not meant to be a vocabulary lesson. It's just meant to show how words combine, or how sounds combine into words. So, without further ado, we will get started. Now, on the last video, I gave the example of this word. And hopefully everyone was able to decipher this. Now, it looks kind of scary because it's a really long word, but in actuality, it's a very easy word, right? Because there's no difficult sounds in it, and all you have to do is break it up like so, right? So that gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different sounds. So it's a 6-syllable word, at least by Japanese syllable standards, and this sound is okonomiyaki, or okonomiyaki. Now, this is actually a type of food in Japanese. If you want to know, you can enter this into like Wikipedia, and you'll get some pictures. It looks kind of like a pancake or a pizza. What it actually means is yaki means like cooked or baked, and okonomi means like your preference. So okonomiyaki is like basically used to be made with leftovers, so it's kind of like cook whatever you like. So to go into a different example that uses words that or sounds that don't exist so much in English. Tsunami. Now, this is not really a fun word for us here in Japan because, as you may know, there was a very large tsunami last year in March, which caused a lot of damage and claimed many lives. But nonetheless, it's an important example because it uses this tsu sound, which you will see and hear occasionally in Japanese, although not so often in English. So, again, tsunami. It's really not that hard to break it up into 3 different syllables. Hopefully you can see that in how the word breaks up. And you can see that every word has both a consonant, or every sound has both a consonant and a vowel. This is true for tsu, it's true for na, it's true for mi. The only exception is when there's only a vowel, or when you see a word that ends with an N. And I don't think we mentioned it during the N lesson, but the N sound will never ever start a word. In fact, there's a game based on that principle, which we'll go into later after we do some of the vocabulary. But no word ever starts with the N sound, and usually it's in the middle or end of a word. Kind of on an even number of syllables. So, to give an example where you would see the N sound used, we can use this mikan. Now, I already gave away the pronunciation, but in this particular case, once again, if you divide it up, you have mi, ka, and n. So you know by the fact there's no vowel after this n, you know that this has to be the n sound and not the na row from the chart. So now, just as a bonus, we're going to go over 2 more examples here very, very quickly. Okay, so the first one is jishaku. The second one is densha. Now, in both of these, the reason I picked this one is because it uses both the modified J sound and it uses the sha combination. This was written as SYA before, but it's written both ways. I just wanted to show that. And densha is, again, it uses the N sound, but in the middle this time, and it uses this combination at the end. We're just going to count that as a single. And so we'll see you for the next video.